are live. Peace and love, soul family. Peace and love. I'm about 14 minutes late, but you know, divine timing is the best timing. So here is my setup, right? We're in my living room kitchen. But I'm making this space so intentional. I'm really excited. This is Soul Scents' first ever Instagram live pop-up shop. I'm working on transitioning. Well, that's a true word. I'm working on transitioning from in-person sales to small intentional spaces via the internet and, you know, communities such as Patreon, YouTube, and Discord. And of course my wig store has its own little membership. But I wanted to do this because I feel like a lot of my clientele met me through in-person pop-up shops and things like that. You got to feel my energy, you got to touch the candles, you got to physically be in my store temporarily with these store pop-up shops. So now that I am a full-blown toddler mom and I'm a homeschooling mom, my schedule has changed dramatically and my free time is very minimum. But Soul Scents means so much to me. I'm so grateful that it's 5 years later and I am still, you know, having clientele that reach out to me because they remember how I made them feel or how my product made them feel. And I'm so grateful for that, because if you've been with me since the first year, you know that I started Soul Scents in the midst of my spiritual journey, my spiritual awakening. I went through a lot of transitions and hardships in the midst of me creating something so beautiful, something so generational like Enjoli Soul Scents LLC, holistic spiritual aromatherapy wellness. And from thank you Queen, I appreciate that. So we're here 5 years later and my intention hasn't changed. Heal your body and you will free your mind. Okay, learning how to cope with anxiety, insomnia, and depression spiritually and physically without big pharmaceutical assistance. So that's what I'm here for. I made a candle collection line that gives you and provides you not only a safe space, it helps you ground your energy, it helps you align with what's important, which is self, and also it smells amazing because I learned the chemistry of aromatherapy and how it affects our hormones. So yeah, I'm really proud about that. I'm still setting up in the back. As you see, one of my posters fell down, and it's not a real pop-up shop unless something goes wrong, right? So you're gonna see me over here working on my setup, and I'm gonna give time for people to come in and things like that, because you know we are setting intentions to do wonderful, extraordinary things 2026 and further out. So I'm going to finish setting up and then I'll be able to start asking questions about products, what's my favorite candle, how to pair certain crystals together, because just because they're pretty and they go good with your outfit does not mean chemically that these crystals belong together. Each crystal has its own intention, its own place, and its own powerhouse. So as you see, I pretty much have my crystals stacked up, but these are an intentional stack up. So this is my howlet, I have my black obsidian, I have my green adventure. Peace and love, everyone. Peace and love. Welcome to Enjoli Soul Scents' first live pop-up shop sale. Thank you for stopping by and tuning in. So I was just talking about the benefits in understanding how to pair crystals together. What crystals belong on the right hand? What crystals belong on the left hand? what crystals belong in your bathroom, in your living room, and things like that. I get this question more than I can even admit. And I'm going to go through all of that. Like I said, the pop-up shop is from 3 to 6 intentionally because I wanted to not only explain my products, show you my products, but I also wanted to have the opportunity to answer all questions that I haven't got to in my DMs, you know, because this is such an intentional space. And I'm going to keep using that word intentional because this is one of one. But I plan on expanding the live pop-up shop sales throughout Soul Scents career. You know, don't mind me. My neighborhood is under deep construction, so you're gonna hear that background noise. I do apologize in advance, but we're in New York. They always building and breaking something. I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna push my little. Actually, this is my daughter's chair. My little pink little chair right there. You see the vibes. You see the vibes. I'm going to put this to the side. Check the fit real quick, Soul Scents. I threw it together. I said, you know what? It don't matter if I'm at my house. I'm still look and dress the part for you guys. So my tripod is missing. I have my cell phone stand. So I'm just going to be pushing my phone back and forth so you guys can see clearly all the products here. And like I said, I am continuing to sell on my website 40 to 60% off on all selected items. So here you'll just be able to ask me questions, see a product that you want, because a lot of times I get this question a lot in my DMs. How does that candle smell? How does it look? Does it look like the picture? So here and now is the perfect time to do that. What I'm going to do is I have my soaps. I know a lot of people was asking me, did I discontinue Papaya Madness soap? No, I did not. No, I did not. Here it is. Here it is in the flesh. Here it is. I have a full stock of the papaya soap, which were perfectly in time for summer because not only helps with brightening, it helps with scarring, it helps with anti-aging properties, which means it tightens your pores. So if you have oily skin, you know, this is just, I just woke up like this because I do have oily skin. So papaya has always been a part of my daily routine. Whether I wash my face, wash my whole body, it's safe for even the yoni parts. But I don't mean like put the soap all the way in there, because we do have sweet yoni soap that is specifically designed for the vagina. It's safe enough for teenagers, pregnant moms, and just women in general. This is one of my top selling soaps because of the fact that it not only tightens, it moistures the vulva, it helps with hyperpigmentation, and a lot of us women, we are thick in the thighs, so we don't get that much air down there, so we suffer from discoloration. This absolutely helps. Combined with this, baby, you'll be summertime ready, okay? So if you have any questions about the sweet yoni soap, this is 100% fragrance free, all plant-based ingredients, no fragrance. Only thing you will smell is the actual raw ingredients of each herb, because this is a herb-based soap, which I am proud of, because a lot of times, especially us women, we go to the stores, we get these big commercial soaps like Dove, Irish Spring, and they give you yeast infections. So a lot of times doctors will not tell you that all Dove products gives yeast infections. They won't tell you that Irish Spring, all these top brands that are advertised and pushed for women, they, number one, changes our hormones secretly. And now a lot of lawsuits are coming out because people are realizing like these forever chemicals and a lot of these soaps and conditioners cause cancer because we can't detox them out of our system. So I pride myself on being 100% plant-based. Now, individually, if this was not in a bar of soap, you can actually eat these herbs or drink them in a tea. That's how natural they are. My toddler is 2 years old. I don't let her use the sweet yoni one, but this is her favorite soap. She's 2, she don't say papaya clear. She be like, Papa, I want the papaya soap. But This is really good, and it's safe for toddlers, teens, everybody. And this is the papaya one, right? Now, this, last but not least, this was Enjoli Soul Scents' first soap that I ever created, that I ever went in the kitchen and did real heavy chemistry for, which is our Shea Butter Sea Moss soap. Now, it is in a box, but this soap is completely white. There's no fragrance. It's mixed with Irish Spring Sea Moss soap, shea butter, candula oil, and a little bit of lavender extract and something else off the top of my head. I can't remember. But this is good for all skin types. Not only is it super beneficial for all skin types, I told you I infuse this with fresh Irish Spring Sea Moss. The biggest organism on our body is our skin. So whatever we put in our skin, best believe it starts to go into our bloodstream. So I am very conscious and intentional about what I eat, what I wear, what I put on my skin. And that is the main reason, because everything seeps into the bloodstream and has the potential to really either damage your hormonal balance, cause cancer, or other skin diseases. Eczema is a disease of the skin, but it's also a parasite of the skin, and no doctors have ever said it in that way. They have never said, oh, eczema is parasites of the skin and you can do X, Y, and Z to remove it. They never say that to you guys. They say, oh, it's dry, you need to put some of this on that and some of this. But let's get to the root of what eczema is and how to get rid of eczema. Shea Butter Sea Moss soap helps get rid of eczema. It's not a band-aid. It doesn't put something on it for a temporary cause and then you have to deal with severe consequences. No. You use your Shea Butter Sea Moss on eczema, skin paralysis, the varicose veins, and you will see a difference. You will see a difference. You know? I feel like I'm talking a lot, you know? But yeah, like I said, I'm really, really excited to host my first ever live pop-up shop sale because I miss doing this. You know, being a mom has changed I guess the way I do business and the way I have energy for business. You know, yeah, like, I don't know if you guys remember, some of you are new, some of you are old, but our first 3.5 years of Soul Scents, baby, I was in a pop-up shop probably like 4 times a week. From Jersey, Philly, New York, I was out and about. Mind you, no license, no car. I'm Ubering to all of these events, state to state. You know, but I just say that to say I was busy. I was with you guys. I was in these spaces to meet my clientele, you know, my soul scent family, and becoming a mom, a stay-at-home mom at that. I really like disappeared from all avenues of society. I feel like, you know, like you got this little person that you just pushed out of your body and they need every single thing from you, your attention, your love, your breast milk, you know, your time. And it just, you know, chemically, spiritually, scientifically, women, we change. Our brains change, our focus change, and I fought really, really hard to keep my mind still business savvy outside of being a mom, because Soul Scents means so much to me. You know, like I said, if you listen to my podcast from a few years ago, Soul Scents came to me in a dream. The ancestors gave Soul Scents to me in a dream and pretty much said to me, what are you going to do with this? What are you going to do with this idea? What are you going to do with this blueprint? What are you going to do? And, you know, I was hesitant at first, and then I said, you know what? I need to do it. I need to do this. I need to heal one person at a time. I need to be that example. I fixed my own fertility issues. 2 years ago, my daughter is considered a rainbow child. And that basically means when you had a lot of miscarriages or you weren't able to, you know, get pregnant, and then you did get pregnant, that child is considered a rainbow, a burst of light and love. She's definitely special, I'll tell you that. But yeah, so behind me I have some of my top selling candles. I have my 8-ounce candles and my 5-ounce candles. I'm running low on certain candles, but I will definitely tell you what I have left on the live, you know. So yeah, my first candle that I made by myself, and this is a top seller for the past 4.5 years. I've shipped this candle to 35 states in total. So thank you, every single person that has purchased this candle, has left a review, has, you know, DM me such wonderful things and how it's been so helpful for you on your spiritual journey and your grounding and your peace of mind. So let me not talk too much. Okay, I'm gonna show you. So first, signature jars. Okay, and I've gotten so many compliments off of my jars over the years, but you know what, Soul Scents, I'm definitely thinking about rebranding the jars. I'm gonna just be honest. So Align Me, my anxiety relief candle. Can you see that? This is my top seller. And that's why. So check that out. All my candles are infused with cold pressed essential oils, dry flowers, many chakra healing gemstones, and an organic maple wooden wick. So this wick has a slow, even burn. It doesn't have that poof of black smoke, right? And it actually burns 2 to 3 hours longer than an average wick, which is why I continue to buy them and my customers love them. And probably why it takes so long for you guys to buy a candle again, because y'all just be putting this baby out and having her for like, I had a client that bought about 3 Align Me candles, and then I didn't see her for like a year, right? Thought I lost this client. I'm like, well, you know, she got what she got and whatever. She comes back like the next year. She's like, I just finished the last of my 3rd Align Me. I said, you had 3 candles for a year? She's like, yeah, it burns so slow. I burned it for 3 hours, 4 hours, and I still have enough to last me months and months and weeks. You know, and I love it because the longer it sits with the top closed, the stronger it gets. Oh my God. Okay. So, a little background story about Align Me. So when I created Align Me, I was going through a lot of spiritual and physical changes. Now the spiritual changes was I was losing people that I thought would be with me for life. I was growing up and elevating, and what used to feel comfortable to me, people, places, or things, it just didn't rub me the right way anymore. When I first started this company 5 years ago, I was going through 2 different types of breakup, a romantic breakup and a platonic best friend breakup. And I'm going to just speak for women. Breaking up with your female best friend of over a decade, I think it hurts more than breaking up with a lover that you was with like 2-3 years. And that's just my opinion. Everybody is entitled to one. But I was going through so much heartbreak and disappointment. And I noticed I was starting to get a little depressed. I noticed I was having more panic attacks than I would like to have. And I said, you know what? I knew that frankincense and myrrh, not only is it good for your root chakra and your heart chakra, not only does it help you ground and actually tap into your crown and your root chakra, but the ancient Egyptians, ancient Kemet, they used this for all type of spiritual rituals. How they would remove the soul from the body and place it into another body, but the whole space in the pyramid would have resin, frankincense, resin, and myrrh burning, so that the soul can find its way back to his body, which was, I thought, was very phenomenal when I first learned about that. On top of that, frankincense just has a natural way to just calm down your spirits and your soul. So it's good for meditation, it's good for spirit baths, it's good for rituals. And then my other two ingredients to mellow out the frankincense and myrrh, it really comes together in this candle, and it just feels like you're getting a hug from Big Mama. Like, especially when you're overwhelmed, you're strained, you know, you're going through things and not necessarily wanting to share with a physical person around you, and not really knowing how to go within to self-regulate. This candle helps with that. It helps you self-regulate. It helps your spirit and your soul calm down long enough for you to catch your breath and get into a meditative state. You know, so Align Me has been our top seller, and this is our 8 ounce, originally $25. This is our 8 ounce candle. Our 5 ounce candle is $18, and I'm currently sold out of all my 5 ounce Align Me's. So I only have the 8 ounce. So right now, for our live, instead of $25, all Align Me candles will be $20 even. So I'm gonna put that bad boy back on, and that is Align Me. Okay. Now, this is my anxiety relief bath salts. These are also a 2-in-1, because when I do cleanses, spiritual cleanses, I always make a salt bath blend for my clientele. Salt is just a natural purifier. It also relaxes the muscles, but even deeper than that, negative entities and negative spirits can't stand salt. Salt charges the body as well, to a certain extent, and it depends on the type of salt. This is Epsom salt mixed with a little bit of magnesium with dry hibiscus and lily flowers. I also added lavender and citrus oil. So when you're taking a bath, you can really soak and release, and just playing your nest moves, you know. But my anxiety bath salts are currently off my website. So these are actually my last 2 anxiety bath salts that I've made until I start making my new batch. But they are going to look completely different from this, and I'm going more eco-friendly with my packaging. So it's going to be glass for the candles, but I'm going to minimize the glass for every other thing. And I'm also going to be working on like just plastic wrappings like this. Let me show you. So I did a little survey via my my email, and if you haven't received the email from me, I send out an email every other month. It's not every week of the month. I don't. I'm working on sending more emails so that you guys could know, like, I'm still here, I'm alive. But these are going to be the more eco-friendly bagging that I'm looking for. Right here in my hand, this is the Jamaican duck flower detox. This is the dry plant. This is the dry duck flower plant. And this is my most popular detox on my website. It initially cost $50 per duck. I have it on sale right now for $35. So not only this, well, let me explain what this is, because a lot of people think they know, but if you ain't never tried this, you really don't know. Okay, so the duck flower detox is a plant that you can find in Jamaica and Honduras. They grow they grow wildly and freely there. That's their native places. So this flower, it pulls mucus from all large organs, and it pulls mucus from off the brain. Now, when you think about mucus, think about this green slime taking over your organs and your immune system and everything like that. Think about it as a big inflammation. that's taking over your body. Through mucus and inflammation is disease. We all know that. Well, I will hope we all know that. Mucus, inflammation causes disease, bacteria, and things like that. So when we are intentional about removing mucus from the body, you can actually start to see a difference, and you can see how your body works with you to self-heal. But let me get back into this. So this is duck flower detox. The length of this detox really depends on your immune system and how often or how much you have to detox. For me, this detox personally lasts me 5 hours. 5 hours of, we're all grown, throwing up, pooping, and peeing, diarrhea, hazing. Yeah, it was one part of the detox where it was mucus coming out my eyes, my nose, my mouth, my back door. Yeah, for about 4 to 8 hours this can go on. This is a very severe and harsh detox. This is a 1-day full body detox, so expect it to be harsh. You have to hydrate. This is not a detox where you could drink 1 8-ounce bottle of water and then no. This causes severe dehydration because it's pulling from every organ at the same time. Typically when we do detoxes, we do a detox that's focused on one part of the body. The duck flower focuses on everything. That's why it's so hardcore. That's why you're throwing up, you're pooping, you're peeing, you're having diarrhea. But afterwards, after that, not only is your hearing clearer, your vision is a little bit clearer, your stomach feels lighter. Like it's a total reset. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you don't want to do this detox and then the next day you make fried chicken, because you are going to get sick. Your body is in a brand new state. Your stomach is raw and it's craving the natural things of life. CIT, we are born plant eaters. These are not meat eating teeth. So you want to replenish your body with fruits and vegetables, okay? Not too green, because green kind of like irritates the stomach. So you want to do a good balance of a fruit vegetable smoothie, a fruit salad, then some lentils or beans afterwards. Gently ease yourself back into eating once you complete this duck flower. So again, that's one of the dry flowers. It opens up when you hydrate it, so don't worry. It looks small here, but once you put it in water, it opens up and it rehydrates itself. You chew it up, or you put the whole flower in a blender with literally 1 ounce of juice or water, and you just throw it back. This is not something that you soak for like 2 hours. No, you soak this bad boy until it's soft, and you eat it in one setting. You don't eat half and be like, oh, it didn't work. You eat the whole thing. You can visit my YouTube channel and you can see me and clients who have taken the duck flower detox from my website, and you can see if you're ready for that. You can also DM me or write me on my website. I answer all questions. I do not mind. All clients get at least a free 5-minute consultation with me where you can ask questions. I give you insight. I give you answers. It's always free for 5 minutes. All right. Yeah. What else? So, hey, how are you? So, a part of my live pop-up shop sale is to explain the crystals, because I've been getting a lot of DMs about these new crystals that I have, right? So, we have, I'm going to just take this off so you can actually see it. So, this is a full-blown Reiki charged crystal. And this is an extendable drawstring. So I have a lot of men clientele as well that love bracelets. This can fit your average grown man. I'm talking about like 6'4", 250. It can fit on your wrist, good sir. Don't worry. All right. So this is the 7 chakra bracelet, and I also have the matching necklace as well. You can see that. Alright, give me one hot second. Now I'm going to just go to my favorite. This is my favorite new crystal, and I got it from a seller from Hawaii. Okay, he was so dope, so knowledgeable, so informative that I had to like double up, purchase up. Okay, so look, this is called, look at that. First of all, let's admire the natural beauty of this bead. Look at what the earth does. Look what she can create. This is beautiful. The earth just made it like this. So anytime you feel like you don't look good, or you are not in the right body, or whatever, the earth does not make mistakes. Okay, so this is called a Hawaiian Arua lava stone bracelet. I said, ooh. Okay, so I want to hold it and talk, but my dominant hand is like my right hand. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it on my wrist so you guys can see. Take my bracelet off. Okay, so bam, bam. Look at that. Look at that. And look, again, I made it big so that it's very stretchable. It can fit on men's wrist as well. Okay, so my men, don't ask me if I got bracelets that can fit your arm. The answer is yes. I make everything intentional, and I make everything unisex on here, except the Yoni herbal steam and the sweet Yoni soap. That's for women only, okay? But yeah, so when I was getting back, so I have found this this seller through a wholesale crystal portal, and he's directly in Hawaii, and I got a few other pieces directly from Hawaii, but I really want to like tell you guys why this one is like my favorite. Okay, so this is a Hawaiian Aurora lava stone bracelet. Not only does it help with centering yourself, helps with clarity, it helps with protection, and it's great for grounding. And we all need some protection and grounding in the day-to-day, especially every time I turn on the news, I just be like, oh my God, here we go again. So the Aurora lava bead stone. Now check that out. Woo! I love it. And I really like this one because it still has that authentic lava stone, which means you can actually still put pure cold pressed essential oils in the beads without damaging the colors. Right? And the way that you remove the essential oils, if you put them in the lava beads, literally do not run this under warm water. What you do is you take your fingers, rub your fingers under warm water, and you just rub it out. You just rub the oil out. Arua lava stone. That's what it's called. Alright, let me see. And everyone's favorite right here. This is our amethyst bracelet. Amethyst is great for protecting you from psychic attacks, helping you ground, helping you remember and be in more control of your dreaming. It helps with psychic attacks. It helps with anxiety. Alright, I always, if you notice, I always have some type of amethyst on me. I never leave the house without it. But this is my amethyst bracelet. And this one, I believe, is $20 on my website. And it comes with a free gift. Now, you always want to keep a black obsidian in your crystal chart. This helps. This helps against so many things. Not only is it good for protection, okay, it's good for protection. It's good for rituals. It's good for banishing things. Banishing negative entities, people. You know, you could have a job and you always have that one client that just comes to your space and dumps bullshit ass energy on you. Set your intentions with your black obsidian and watch them just come to your space and don't remember what they have to say, or don't come to your space at all. It's like, what are you here for? You know? Okay, so that's black obsidian, like that. I feel like I'm like jumping all over the place. Like I said, this is our first live ever pop-up shop. I haven't really been on live consistently in the last 2 years since I became a mom. And like I was saying, I really miss having intentional spaces with you guys, having my table with my products out, answering questions that you may have, and things of that nature. But most importantly, I think the most thing that I miss is being able to interact with people. I am such an in-person person that I did miss in sales. Hi, how are you? I did miss in-person sales. But like I said, we're bringing the intention, the energy, the vibes right here in your living room, in my kitchen dining room. We're going to have all our candles, all our soaps, our duck flower detoxes for the full body, removes mucus from all large organisms, pulls mucus from the brain. This is a 4 to 8 hour full body detox. It's very severe. It's one of the most severe 1 day detoxes. If you've ever been on my website, I have 1 day, 3 day, and 10 day detoxes, and it's just based off, you know, your motivation. I'm a type of person, I can't do more than a 5-day detox. After that, I just start losing concentration, drive, and focus. So 1 day detoxes, even 2 day detoxes are more of my angle, because I got 1 whole day to like push this out. We are busy people. Who has 3-4 days to poop and throw up and all of these things? Okay, so I'm gonna put my crystal back on, and my personal one. Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about my services. For most of you guys know, I am a Reiki master teacher. You can just say level 3. I've been practicing Reiki for over a decade. I've been certified for half a decade. Now, Reiki is a Japanese palm healing energetic service. And why I say that is because I use the elements, I use universal energy to help open up your chakra portals to help you self-heal, self-regulate, and self-love. Now, I've been studying a new form of Reiki, which is a quantum Reiki. So I have been understanding energy. I've been learning how to manipulate said energy for the benefit of the client. And I can honestly say it's the most spiritual thing that I've ever been able to do outside of building a whole child in my body and pushing her out. Being able to use quantum Reiki to heal a person through energetic portals, my hands is even starting to heat up now because I'm getting so energetically charged. Now, like I always say, Reiki helps balance and restore your natural energy. It helps with your sleep patterns. It helps with addiction. It helps with trauma, sexual, child abuse trauma, all those types of traumas. If you are open to it. And that's what I always tell people. It's not a magic flip on of comedic energy. It's not that. You have to be open to something bigger than yourself. And that's what Reiki is. That's what spirituality is. Knowing that, yeah, you're part of the picture, but it's a whole bigger picture around you. And like I always tell my clients, there's so many things in this world that we can't explain versus what we can. Be open to the unknown, right? So I always say, you know what I'm saying, like Reiki helps with various symptoms from depression, anxiety, insomnia. I've had clients come to me with fertility issues. I can honestly say all of our children are like around the same age, so much love and light, blessings to you guys. And the fact that I was like, you know what, I am going to make a safe space for black women and black men to heal. And I'm so grateful that 5 years later I'm still in the position, in the space, spiritually, mentally, energetically, to do so. You know, that makes me feel wonderful. But you know, Reiki is great for realigning yourself. A lot of times we are having illnesses in our bodies, we're depressed, we have anxiousness. It's because we are not aligned with our own circadian rhythm. I'm going to use that. We don't eat with the sun. We don't sleep with the sun. Like, we don't sleep how the universe sleeps. Like, my daughter is on a full circadian rhythm. She wakes up at 6. She's hungry by like 8, 7. You know, like, it's different when you're living it and seeing it versus how society has warped us to be. Wake up, have a coffee and a donut for breakfast. No, you're just breaking a fast. Why would you eat something like that? You know, so Reiki really helps with realigning your chakras, grounding your energy so that you are able to navigate. You and your body is able to come together. Because a lot of times when people are looking for Reiki or looking for me, your body and your mind is not aligned, which causes a lot of illnesses, disconnection, fatigue, depression, and stuff like that. Right? So, I always talk about chakras, and people will be like, oh, what's chakras? You know, we have 7 main chakras that we deal with, but we literally have over 100 chakras and meridians in the body, in our nervous system. So it's a lot, right? So anxiety is the root and the heart and the throat chakra. That's where our anxiety lives. It lives in the throat, the heart, and our root chakra, right? Our root chakra is creativity, safety, home, purpose. Heart is love, safety, comfort, joy, and our throat is trust, our authentic selves, and things like that. So when those chakras are blocked, you can expect migraines, you can expect heart palpitations, you can expect severe cramping, you can expect lower back pain, right? So that happens when anxiety is built in the root, the throat, and the heart chakra. So my goal when people come to me and they tell me they are not being their most authentic self, my first thing I ask them is, how's your throat chakra? Are you biting your tongue? Are you expressing when somebody hurts you or when you're feeling disappointed? And 9 times out of 10, a lot of my clients say, no, I don't say X, Y, and Z because I'm worried X, Y, and Z will make this person feel this way. Now, having empathy is awesome, but having empathy at what cost? Because once you start closing up your throat chakra, the heart soon follows, right? And if your heart is starting to block itself, then think about your root chakra. That's right above your love organs. It's going to feel tight. It's going to feel like a rock in there because you're not being yourself. And think about it. If you're not being your authentic self, your money starts drying up. Your creativity starts drying up. Your sex drive starts drying up, right? Now, depression, right? Because anxiety, depression, and insomnia is connected to different parts of the chakra in the body, right? So, depression is your root, your sacral, which is right above the navel, and your root is under the navel, right? And your solar plex and your third eye, right? So third eye, let me stand up. So my navel is like right here. So like right here, and and then the root right here, right? So when those 3 points are blocked, depression is going to spread, right? Because what is that? Like I told you, the root chakra is creativity. The sacral, I do believe the sacral is connected to like home, how you view yourself, how you process trauma and everything like that. So depression starts to come about when you are abandoning your body's truth, you know? And I always tell people, being sad or being depressed or being overwhelmed is not a weakness. This is your body signaling you, hey, something is off. Let's try to work on it. Let's try to fix it. So I always tell people, please never be embarrassed, especially when you're consulting with me and you want services from me. Be honest with me, because then I can better serve you with Reiki, with my oracle readings, or with my sound bowl therapy. Like I need to know what points I need to stay at and study, right? So a lot of people don't understand that depression in your third eye looks like you don't have clarity, you have a lot of self-doubt, you self-sabotage a lot, and you don't trust your ability to make right choices or choices in the moment that means the most to you. Okay, and I can talk from experience because, yeah, just becoming a mom, you know, I had a lot of complications during my pregnancy and birth. And in the beginning stages of my pregnancy, my inner voice was so loud, so clear. No doctor couldn't tell me what was going on with my body because I was so interconnected with me that it was just phenomenal. But once you start to listen to outside voices louder than your own voice, you start to second guess the clarity that comes from your third eye, right? That's where your clarity comes from. Mental clarity, spiritual clarity, and physical clarity. Hey, how you doing? So in the process of pregnancy, birth, I started to lose my inner clarity, right? I started to self-sabotage my thought patterns when it came to what I'm believing. Am I going to believe what's outside of me or what's inside of me? So a lot of times depression hits the third eye first. Then you'll start to feel it in different parts of the body, like I said, the sacral and your root chakra. The root chakra, for depression, it feels like you have no drive, no reason to be here. It feels like you can't create even if you want to. You feel less creative. You don't feel safe in your decisions, in your environment, in your own body. And I have a lot of clients who come to me with depression in the third eye and the root chakra, and they ask me a lot of times, like, I don't know how to shake this. Like, I don't know why I'm feeling like this. I used to be so creative, XYZ. And I can honestly say, if you are depressed and it is hitting your third eye, your root and your sacral, it's deeper than external. This is where when you have to really look and understand that, do you feel safe in your body? Do you feel safe with the people that you are exposing your energy to, right? Do you feel supported? Do you feel like you support yourself enough? Do you feel like the people around you are supporting you? And 9 times out of 10, a lot of my clients tell me they don't feel supported in the groups that they put themselves in, the family members that they be around. So that's a main trigger, right? Because your root needs safety, creativity, and home energy, home and love energy. And a lot of people don't realize that, right? It's just like your heart. Your heart needs love and nurturing and safety and comfort and support. But your root chakra needs that times 10, because that's where life comes from. That's where sexual energy comes from. That's where creativity energy comes from. That's where your livelihood comes from. And a lot of people think their livelihood comes from the heart. No, it doesn't. It literally comes from the root chakra. So a lot of times Western society has taught us that the chakras go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. It starts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. Right? So it's flipped up. Western society will have you confused, especially if you don't know where to go for spirituality, because they flipped everything. Knowledge, healing, remedies. So I'm here to explain and correct as much as I can, and I'm hoping I'm not being confusing, and if I am, DM me later after the video or whatever. So, you know, I always tell people, like, there's so many different spiritual remedies to help with anxiety, depression, insomnia. I have a few tools here, like, you know, like my top seller Align Me candle for anxiety relief. This helps ground the heart and the root chakra. And this is my top seller for 4.5 years. It helps. Not only is it, smells so good. Not only is it infused with frankincense and myrrh, and my 2 special ingredients that I patent, so I'm not going to be telling y'all that. But I want to get behind the spiritual and the physical science of frankincense and myrrh. First of all, frankincense and myrrh is over 5,000 years old. It has been used in the indigenous cultures as well as ancient Kemet for many different rituals, soul tying rituals, mummification rituals. In the Native American culture, it's been used in marriage ceremonies, healing ceremonies, and initiation ceremonies. So I'm West African and I'm Cherokee Indian, and I no longer say I'm African American. No, I'm West African and I'm Cherokee Indian, because before America, I just feel like this was the Indians, like this is the Indians' land, like, you know. So I don't go based off that. But in the midst of me saying all of that, people really have to get to the spiritual aspect of healing, because it's so spiritual. Cancer is spiritual. Diabetes. What else? Dementia is spiritual. Literally. Because there's so many fruits that reverse dementia, but the doctors would never ever say that. It's so many. And like I was telling you guys earlier on the live about eczema being a skin parasite. You know, like, there's so many secrets to our body, to our well-being, to spiritual elevation, to spiritual growth and grounding, you know. Yeah, like I feel like I'm all over the place. I don't have a script. And I'm trying to hit all my points. So we did depression, we did anxiety, and now we're going to do insomnia. So insomnia is directly connected to your root chakra. And I say again, if you are having problems with finances, with safety, with home, how can you sleep? Your mind is literally going to be restless. Your body is literally not going to be able to relax into a sleep. And when insomnia hits the nervous system, everything else starts to kind of break down as well, because us as human beings, we need to sleep. Not only sleep, we need about 8 to 12 hours of pure darkness to heal ourselves, to recharge ourselves, for our organs to take a break, you know. That's why most of our healing is done at night when we are sleeping, you know. The Creator had a beautiful way of giving and making sure that we had everything that we need here on this beautiful feminine earth. Okay? Yeah. I'm jumping all over the place. I also have Florida water on my site. Once this brand of Florida water is completely sold out, I will be making my own Enjoli Soul Scents Florida water from scratch. I also will be making a video of me making said Florida water, and it will be fully available to purchase after that. Alright? But for the meantime, in between time, this is about 50 years old. I think everybody and their grandmother has used this Florida water at one point in time to cleanse and clear the space, to remove negative energies, to pray over their grandchildren, their children. It is still a very, very powerful tool to have in your arsenal. want to get into the different types of sage, and then I'm going to wrap this live up a little bit. Technically, I only been on live for an hour, but I feel comfortable and confident about this. Okay? Boom, baby! You see that? So this is called Dragon Blood Sage. This is my second top seller for my sage department. Dragon Blood Sage is very, very powerful. First of all, the Dragon Blood resin is from India. You can also, I just found out, you can also find Dragon Blood resin in certain parts of Honduras, but it's most popular from India. So I get the Dragon Blood Sage from India because I just found out like a couple of weeks ago Honduras actually has Dragon Blood resin there. But this is really good to amplify your rituals, cleanse and clear your space. This is definitely a good piece of sage to have if you are into your first of the month monthly cleanses for your house to bring in abundance, protection, and peace. I will always say clean the back of your house first. Once you clean the back of your house, you open up every window, every door. You start from the back of the house to the front of the house and you sage. I have sage prayers in my booklets. I think you'll be able to download them on my website. I have to tweak with it a little bit, but I have 2 books that are going to be ebooks that you can download for free with your purchase, like how to work with the candles and sage prayers for different types of sage. Now, what I was going to say, I think, no, this is not the one. I don't know, I can't find it. Anyway, so not only is it good for rituals, it amplifies whatever intention that you're setting. Anytime I do any spell work, altar work, paid spell work for clients, I always open my circle with dragon's blood, and I always close my circle with dragon's blood as well. Yeah, I think that's about it from what I can remember off the top of my head. I'm trying to remember everything off the top of my head. No script, no books. Now, this is my first top seller. Hey, how are you? This is my first top seller, which is my white sage infused with fresh lavender. So this is good for sleep apnea, when you are astral projecting, if you have a baby or a toddler that is going through sleep terrors, you always want to cleanse and clear their room with this sage. Set an intention for peaceful sleep, peaceful energy while surrounding my sleep. This is really good for calming the air. It also takes bacteria out the air, so I always sage my daughter's space before bedtime, you know, and it also provides that calm and sleepy energy once the lavender starts to burn. This is my second top selling sage, and it's kind of self-explanatory. It's just pure white sage, and I bind fresh lavender. That smells so good. Okay. Then we have the Omega, of course, which is our pure white sage. This is from Cali. And pure white sage helps cleanse and clear the air. It helps as bacteria repellent in the air. It also helps with cleansing negative energies. It's great for setting intentions. So anytime I'm about to make a candle, I always cleanse and clear all my jars with white sage first. Then I pray. Then I pray and set the intention and everything. Is she? Hi, my baby. Mommy love you. So yeah. So these are my top 3 sages that I have. And I also wanted to get into one of my products that I had on my site for 4 years. I just discontinued my raw turmeric scrub, right? This is my dry turmeric scrub. and this has been passed down 2 generations. I'm the 3rd generation. All right, 2 generations has been passed down, and I'm telling you, the women in my family is Cherokee Indian. We are very obsessed with our skin routine, our skin, our hair, our nails, and I don't really like to use big pharmaceutical products for my skin because it fixes one thing and then causes 5 more problems. But this is all natural. This is turmeric. You got coconut powder in there. You got lavender, vegetable glycerin to bind it together. All you really need to do is damp your face a little bit. Pour a little bit of the turmeric scrub in your hands and just scrub it on your face. Now, turmeric naturally stains, so don't be having your work outfit on trying to wash your face real quick to get that extra glow, because you're going to stain your clothes. So I always make sure I have a bra on or a shirt I don't really care about, and then I get it on. You will not find this on my website. It's completely taken down. But if you are interested in the dry turmeric scrub, let me know. I will be bringing back turmeric, like a turmeric scrub. I just don't know if it's going to be super dry like this, you know, so we'll see. Yeah, okay. So right here I have my necklace collection, and I appreciate everyone who has purchased said necklace. So I'm just going to, because I also have my half moons here. That is my tiger eye half moon. So this is one of my newer collections and my most promising one. So this is a sterling silver casing, and this is an amethyst pendant with a black leather necklace. And each person that orders an amethyst pendant, you get an extra necklace. Not saying that they're super fragile, but just in case things happen, you get caught in our hair, get caught in our jacket, it happens. So everybody that purchased a sterling silver pendant, you will receive an extra leather necklace. So these pendants are $35. These were custom made for me from a wholesale crystal store in Arizona. Shout out to you, Tom. Shout out to you, bro. Look at that. Now, if you ever been to New Orleans, they have a symbol that's kind of close to this on everything, on the gates, on the ground. And I kind of wanted that NOLA crescent on it. But he kind of did his own thing, so it looks like the crescent plus a butterfly plus some other stuff. But I love it. And it just rolls around. Very nice, very smooth. And it's all sterling silver, so this will age well. And it won't fall out or anything like that. Oh yeah, baby. Okay. And this is a good length. I'm going to try it on just so you can see the length. I'm going to put these crystals to the back so you can see the length. Okay. Alright. See? That's a good length. Right in the middle, right of the chest. Alright. Now we have our second one. So, stained sterling silver pendant, but this is blue aquamarine. This helps with clarity. It helps with remembering. It helps with grounding your energy. It helps with your throat chakra, speaking your authentic truth. And it helps block negative energies and mental energies from you. Like a lot of times, people's not really bold enough to say how they feel and mean what they say. So a lot of times, empaths, you know, we feel people mentally stalking us. You know, like, I'm gonna give you an example. This is in my mind, but I'm gonna say it out loud. Like, damn, who she thinks she is? Like, she wore that today? Like, what's that? Like, you mentally stalking me. You feel me? A lot of empaths feel when people are judging them or, you know, criticizing them with their eyes. Or we don't need to feel none of that. We don't need to feel none of that. We don't care about that. So, the blue aquamarine pendant would definitely help with keeping those energies to them, bouncing off of our crystal back to them, so you don't even feel it. You don't even know that they talking, they smack. If you got a test coming up, you need to remember a heavy amount of material. I say purchase this. I'll send you my ritual. You set your intention, you charge it, you wear it, and you study with it. The day of the test, you cleanse it, you clear it, you set the intentions of how you want it to help you on said test, and you do your thing. Alright, so it's almost been 2 hours, right? I hope you learned a lot about me. I can honestly say I was very, very nervous before I got on live. I had butterflies, jitters, and everything. And 2 hours in, I'm feeling calmer. I'm feeling better. And I can't wait to make this a weekly thing with you guys. I don't think that I'll make it on a Friday from 3 to 6 again, because I know a lot of my clientele, you guys are at work. And I don't want you to miss this. You know, I want you guys to be a part of it. I want us to engage with each other back and forth and things like that. So my next pop-up shop live will probably be in 2 weeks. Like I said, this was Soul Scents' first ever pop-up live, and I just wanted to set the intention with the space, see you guys, talk about some of my favorite candles, the benefits of anxiety relief candles, and things like that. And I hope you guys stay tuned for what's coming next. Like I said, I just rebranded and relaunched my website 2 weeks ago. It is such a smooth checkout. You're able to find everything that you need. Every candle, crystal, soap has its own category. It's much neater. You definitely will be able to use your loyalty points at the checkout. So I've seen a lot of my clients, you got almost 500 to 600 loyalty points. That's almost $30 off. So make sure you head to my website, check your loyalty points, use them. If something's going wrong with your loyalty points, email me and I will manually put them in if you're having problems. I want you to use your reward points. I want you to use your loyalty points. Please use the coupon Soul Scents. I'm making it very affordable for everyone, you know. And that's about it. Like I said, thank you for rocking with me for the past 5 years. I literally got this dream and this company from my ancestors, and they said, do it. Don't doubt yourself. And I did it while doubting myself, but you guys have always showed up for me, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm working on my new podcast, which is Soul Food Motherhood, where I get to talk about motherhood and how it changed me and things that I'm battling with internally and externally that I know a lot of women and men can relate to, especially parents. And I'm working on being okay, being super vulnerable in my journey, because pregnancy, it took a lot out of me. It took a lot out of me. And I can't act like it didn't. And I can't act like it didn't change me, because it did. So I really want to make a safe space for parents and for women, because, you know, everybody think they women now, but woman, you are born with a womb and can give life. This podcast is for you. I'm just trying to decide if I want it to be a visual podcast where you see me, or just an audio where you just hear my voice. Because there are going to be topics that are still very sensitive to me, and that I'm still healing through. So you might hear me cry, see me cry, and that part is like the most uncomfortable part, is being so vulnerable on the internet where nothing ever gets erased or dies, you know, being comfortable with my story living on forever in the ethers, you know. But I'm gonna talk more. I'm gonna talk more and share my knowledge more and get more comfortable being on camera when I can't see you guys, but you can see me. I'm definitely working on that. Thank you everybody that stopped by today for Enjoli Soul Scents first live pop-up shop. Like I said, this was the first one. I feel like I did pretty good, given my nerves. Yeah, I didn't even get to really see my setup back there, but that's okay. I've been bringing the products to you, you know. So one more look at my crystal necklaces. I got moons, half moons, sterling silver pendants. I have tumbles. One more thing. So I know a lot of my spiritual work is not on my website, but I do a lot of spiritual work. I help with justice rituals. If you are dealing with legal problems, you know, shady landlords, identity fraud, identity theft, I'm very good at justice spells. 2 years ago, right before, well, when I first got pregnant, my landlord stole my identity and opened up 2 loans in Oakland, California for the amount $20,000. Then got mad because I found out and I decided to sue them. In the midst of that, I stopped paying them rent for like 2 years. Whatever. Y'all got y'all money though, because y'all opened up a loan in my name. Anyway, they tried to sue me for back rent. I'm gonna cut this short. Long story short, I had the money. Did I put it in an escrow account? No, because that's my money and I ain't want to pay them because y'all was doing foul stuff to me the whole time. And I think I moved out when I was like 3.5 months pregnant. I left Jersey and I moved back to New York. But 2 days before we were supposed to go to court, Spirit showed me a ritual. I mean, step by step, candle, ritual, chant, everything. Do you know that they threw that case out? I didn't have to pay them a dime and they owed me money. Oh yeah, baby. And that's just one out of many justice spells that I did for myself. Also, I did one for the IRS about a year ago. I did a justice spell for the IRS because they was playing with my refund, and I got that plus up. So I do justice spells. I do manifestation candles. I will create the manifestation candle for you. I will give you the PDF so that you can set the intentions and work the candle on your own. I also do cutting soul ties rituals. I think I have a video on my Instagram. I'll post it again so guys can see. But if you are dealing with a relationship or you're trying to part ways from somebody and you feel like they have a hold on you emotionally, physically, financially, but you want to cut ties, I'm so good at that. I'm so good at that. We will cut that shit off and cut it out, and you will not have any remorse. You will not feel triggered to go backwards or anything like that. So if you're interested in a soul tie cutting ritual, you can definitely book that. The last service that I offer, all right, is a self honey pot. I do not play with love. I'm not one to manipulate somebody into loving somebody, because in love magic that backfires quite often, and it's really, really fatal for the person that initiated the work. And my spirit is not called to that at all. But I can do a honey pot for the individual. If you want to bring in more self-love, self-confidence, you know, if you want to bring your, magnetize energy up, I can do that. But I'm not doing any love spells. I'm not binding nobody to you. I don't do black magic at all. Yeah, I just wanted to answer that because I get a lot of DMs asking for certain rituals that are more on the dark magic side. I don't do that. I don't. Okay? So yeah, I do hoodoo, and I dabble here and there into voodoo that does not need an initiation. Okay? So I hope that answers everybody's questions because I'm kind of tired of repeating I don't do black magic. And I'm sending you guys major love and light. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, my website, because I'm dropping super hot fire all year long. Alright? Thank you guys for all your support. Thank you for your time. And yeah. Love and light, you guys. Love and light.